Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to explore a deeply emotional story about Huyen, Diep, and little Maya. A tale where the simplest moments of happiness carry unexpected twists, where love, hope, and family come together after storms, and where a small gift turns into a symbol of care, joy, and a new beginning. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. It all began on a rainy afternoon. He stopped by a small market shop and bought Huyen a new phone. Just a small gift, but it carried all the love and care of a man who had already endured so much. Yet, when he got home, the moment of joy barely had time to take hold before something unexpected happened. Huyen clutched her stomach in sudden pain, letting out a frightened scream. Diep barely had time to scoop her into his arms and speed through the rain, his heart racing with fear. That sharp pain, however, wasn't an ending. It marked the start of a miracle. If you believe, like I do, that happiness doesn't have to be loud, that it's enough just to have someone to come home to, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode of Quao. That afternoon, a fine drizzle hung over the village road, leaving it slick and shiny from the earlier downpour. The wind carried the scent of wet earth and burnt straw, slowing his steps as he crossed the line of small shops beside the market. In front of a used phone store, a soft white light filtered through the fogged glass. He stopped, killed his motorcycle, and stepped inside. His voice was calm and steady, like always, yet full of respect. "Show me a device. Something simple, with good signal and long battery life. It's for home." The shop owner smiled and handed him a pale pink phone, decorated with delicate bougainvillea blossoms on the case. "This one's sturdy, sir. Perfect for your wife." He nodded, feeling a little embarrassed, but said, "Yes. She spends a lot of time in the garden. I worry that if anything happens, she won't be able to reach me." After paying, he carefully wrapped the phone and tucked it into his raincoat pocket. A quiet happiness sparked inside him. The joy of a man who only wants his loved one to be safe. On the ride home, the drizzle thickened, hanging in the air like smoke. He imagined Huyen's smile when she received the gift. That sweet, gentle smile that could light up her small kitchen. But as he reached the gate, Maya's voice pierced through the drizzle, making his heart skip. "Dad, Mom's hurt. Huyen has a stomach ache." His chest tightened, and without hesitation, he rushed inside. Huyen was huddled on the bed, drenched in sweat, clutching her stomach, her face pale and tense. "What's wrong, Huyen? Where does it hurt?" he asked, panic threading his voice. She gasped, eyes squeezed shut. I don't know. It feels like something's squeezing me inside." Without a second thought, he wiped her sweat, lifted her carefully, and said, "We can't wait. Let's go to the health center now." Maya clung to his jacket, tears brimming. "I'm coming with Mom." He knelt, holding her shoulders, trying to sound firm, even though his own voice shook. "Stay here, Captain Maya. Watch the water pot. Promise me?" The girl nodded, lips quivering. He wrapped Huyen in his raincoat, carried her to the motorcycle, and started the engine. The old motor sputtered against the rain and wind. Huyen clung to him, soft moans escaping as each wave of pain passed. "Hang on, Huyen. We're almost there," he whispered, silently pleading with the heavens to protect the woman in his arms. Through the mist, the health center appeared, its metal roof glinting with the rain. He braked sharply, scooped her off the bike, and called, "Doctor, she's in terrible pain. Please help." A nurse rushed over, laying her on a stretcher, taking her blood pressure. Then they asked him to wait outside, alone in the damp corridor, his hands clenched. The ticking clock sounded painfully slow, each second cutting into his heart. "Please, nothing happens to her. Maya's still so little," he murmured. Time stretched. Finally, the doctor appeared, a faint smile on his face. "It's nothing serious," he said, reassuringly. "She's got a stomachache from overwork and exhaustion. But," his voice softened, "she's pregnant. She needs extra care." He froze, unable to speak, as tears pricked his eyes. "Pregnant? Huyen? Really?" "Yes," the doctor confirmed. "She just needs rest and proper nutrition." He let his head fall, letting tears escape before he could stop them. The weight of fear and relief collided as he touched the cool wall for grounding. When Huyen returned to him, calmer now, he sat beside her, taking her hand. "You scared me," he whispered. She gave him a small, fragile smile. "I thought it was just my stomach." He leaned closer. "No, the doctor said you have to take care of the baby." Her eyes widened, moist and bright with surprise. "Really?" He nodded, squeezing her hand. "Yes, our miracle." Huyen gently placed her hand over her belly, tenderly, as if afraid to break the fragile life within. "Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you, life, for letting me be a mother again," she whispered. He simply lowered his head, pressing a gentle kiss to her forehead. A kiss full of gratitude, hope, and quiet joy after so many storms. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out the small pink box. "I planned to give this to you tonight, but it looks like the moment came sooner." He opened it, revealing the phone glowing softly. "So you can call me whenever you need me. I've already saved my number. Just press, and it'll ring." Huyen smiled through tears. "You really thought of everything. I just want to make sure I hear from you whenever you need me," he replied, his voice breaking. They didn't need more words. Calm had already returned to her eyes. As evening faded, they finally returned home. Maya was still awake, hugging her little dog, Vivi, in the entryway. The moment she saw them, she ran forward and wrapped her tiny arms around Huyen. "Mommy, are you feeling better?" she asked. "Yes, my brave little captain," Huyen replied, stroking her hair gently. "But I hear something in your tummy, Mom," Maya added, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. Day and Huyen exchanged a knowing smile. He crouched down and whispered softly, "It's a family secret. Soon, you'll have a teammate." Maya's eyes widened in delight, and she giggled, the sound bubbling like sunlight through the room. Later, when Maya had fallen asleep, Day lit a small fire and prepared a simple pot of rice. Huyen watched quietly as he stirred, his movements calm and precise. The firelight painted his face with warmth and strength, the quiet kind that doesn't need grand gestures to be felt. Outside, the wind whispered through the bamboo, carrying the mingled scents of smoke, damp earth, and the gentle promise of a new beginning. The following morning, the sun rose soft and golden after the night's rain. Mist still lingered above the garden rows, raindrops glistening on squash leaves as the wind stirred them gently. Huyen sat on the porch, holding a steaming cup of tea. Sunlight fell across her face, highlighting the faint traces of exhaustion from the previous night. Dee emerged from the kitchen, carrying a wooden tray. On it was a bowl of hot rice, a plate of boiled eggs, and a glass of warm honey water. He placed it in front of her carefully, his voice full of concern and tenderness. "Don't eat anything spicy or too hot, okay? You still need to take care of your stomach." "You scared me last night," Huyen whispered, a soft, fragile smile on her lips. "I'm feeling better now," she reassured him. "I just need a little more rest." Dee shook his head gently. "Don't worry so much. Maybe it was just from overworking in the sun." But he stopped, seeing the fear still lingering in her eyes. "No, listen to me. You're pregnant now. We have to be careful. Nothing spicy, nothing hot, and don't bend over too much. I'll take care of the garden and the fields. You just rest." Huyen set her cup down, smiling faintly. "You're exaggerating. I'm not going to do anything too strenuous. Sitting around all day will bore me." Dee sat beside her, serious but gentle. "Then I'll stay with you. I took the day off. The fields can wait. Just sit here, soak in the sun, and listen to Maya sing." Her gaze softened as she watched him carefully peel a boiled egg, blowing on each spoonful before offering it to her. Afraid, perhaps, that even a puff of steam might touch her. "You're too attentive," she whispered. "You're my wife," he replied with a half smile. "I didn't know how to do it right before, so now I have to make up for it." Huyen's eyes glistened as she remembered the past. The long nights he came home late, the quiet mornings she spent cooking alone. Old wounds remained, but now everything was calm, simple, and whole. She reached out and took his hand, rough from labor. "What's wrong, love?" she asked softly. "I just feel lucky," he said, his voice trembling slightly. "Not for anything grand, but because I'm here. I get to watch you cook, hear our daughter sing, and know all of this is real." Dee squeezed her hand, a tender smile spreading across his face. "I feel the same way. God gave us another chance. From now on, every day will be peaceful. I won't let you be afraid again." Outside, Maya ran through the yard, her laughter mingling with the wind. Her voice carried the scent of morning, the sunshine, and the warmth of home. Day looked on, a sense of deep peace in his eyes, then returned his attention to Huyen, brushing her hair gently. "Rest a little," he said. "Later, I'll tend the garden, water the plants, and chop some vegetables for lunch. Do you want your favorite? Pumpkin and spinach soup?" Huyen nodded, smiling. "Yes, it smells like home." De rose and stepped into the garden, sunlight illuminating his back as dew still clung to the furrows. From the porch, Huyen rested her chin in her hand, watching him tenderly. A sense of peace settled in her heart. Slowly, she placed her hand over her belly. "My child," she whispered, "your father is a good man. You will grow up surrounded by this love, a simple love, but as warm as the morning sun." At that moment, the sounds of water, birdsong, Maya's laughter, and the gentle whisper of the wind merged into a single melody, the tranquil melody of a family beginning anew. Inside the house, Huyen picked up the new phone Dee had given her. The pale pink case with its delicate bougainvillea design glimmered softly in the morning light. A small gift, yet it carried a profound warmth. Maya burst into the room, hair tousled, hands still dusty from playing with Vivi. Her eyes lit up at the sight of the phone. "Mommy, it's a new phone. So beautiful. Did Daddy buy it for you?" Huyen nodded, smiling. Yes. He said now I can call him whenever I need, even when he's working far away. Maya jumped with joy, her voice bright and sparkling. Take a picture, Mommy. One with Daddy and me. I want it to be the first one with your new phone. Huyen laughed, eyes shining like the morning sun. She wiped her hands on her apron, opened the camera, and looked at it as if discovering a new treasure. Okay, let's take it. You both stand under the vine. The light's beautiful there. Maya tugged Dee's hand. Here, Daddy. Crouch a little. I want to be at your level. Dee bent down, stroking her head. You've grown so fast. Feels like just yesterday I was carrying you. Maya rested her head on his shoulder, eyes shining, smiling pure and wide. Huyen, he said, lifting his phone. Sunlight streamed through the lens, capturing a man's serene gaze and warm smile beside a rosy-cheeked, tousled-haired girl, laughing with all her heart. Click. The photo appeared on the screen, clear and radiant. Maya clapped her hands. Look, Dad, I'm smiling like a flower. Yes, you are, the prettiest flower in this house, he replied, warmth filling his voice. Huyen watched them, her heart swelling. She saved the photo and set it as her wallpaper. From that moment, every time her phone lit up, she'd see their smiles, simple and warm, like sunlight filling the morning. But Maya wasn't finished. She tugged at her mother again. Mom, let's take another one. This time, I'll stand in the middle, Dad on one side and you on the other. That way, we look like a happy family. Huyen smiled through tears. She placed the phone on a chair, set the timer, and ran to join them. Maya formed a heart with her hands, putting her arm around Huyen, who leaned her head toward hers. Click. The second photo captured them beneath the green vine, bathed in golden sunlight, the earthy aroma of the garden around them. A simple moment, but for them, it marked a new beginning. The past was behind, and happiness was starting to bloom. Maya looked at the screen, eyes closed, laughing. Mom, I'm going to show this to my teacher tomorrow. I'll tell her there's a baby in your tummy, and that my parents love each other very much. Huyen laughed, ruffling her daughter's hair. This girl already talks like an adult. The three of them laughed together. Their joy mingled with the wind, the birds, and the smell of the wood fire where lunch was simmering. It was a simple, perfect morning, a quiet, warm start to a life renewed. On a rainy afternoon, De buys Huyen a small gift, a pale pink phone, just to make sure she can reach him anytime. But when he arrives home, joy turns to panic as Huyen collapses with severe stomach pain. Racing through the storm, Dee brings her to the health center, fearing the worst. Relief and surprise come together when the doctor reveals not only exhaustion, but also a new life growing inside her. Huyen is pregnant. From that moment, their lives shift into a gentle rhythm of love, care, and simple happiness. The next morning, sunlight warms the garden, and laughter fills the home as Maya, their daughter, discovers the miracle in her mother's belly. But just as peace seems to settle in, a subtle twist hints that this story of family, hope, and new beginnings is far from over.